Hi James.
Welcome, Sean.
Welcome back to Ireland, I suppose.
It's
not normal to say that to you, I suppose. How's it been preparing for this fight and coming back to Ireland?
It's been amazing. So it is. I've had a solid camp. Hit my head down, got to work, and now I'm here, back home, enjoying myself, ready to go.
So what was the decision for you to go? We haven't spoken to you since obviously you've moved over and are training at James Krause's. What was the decision for you? Because you look settled at SPG, you look like it was a fantastic camp for you, and then you moved.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what I mean? John Kavanagh's brought me in from when I was a kid and got me to a world-class level. Do you know what I mean? That I'll be forever grateful for. And John will always be in my corner. John will be in my corner on Friday night and stuff like that. But I want to chase greatness. So I want to be one of the greatest ever at this. And I'm going to take that to the next level. And there's nothing getting in my way. So I've had to just remove myself from all kinds of distractions, put myself into an environment where it's only greatness talked. There's no other. I don't want to hear what you're doing this weekend. I don't want to know what you went out at or what you're up to. I don't care. If you're not chasing greatness, I don't want to know. And that's the kind of, I just want to put myself in a place where there's not much else going on other than people chasing dreams and greatness.
Is that more of a thing inside the gym or outside of the gym in terms of distractions and not chasing greatness?
I'm more outside of the gym and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just a different kind of environments. And then for inside the gym, it's always good to go into your own comfort zone. Do you know what I mean? I'm a pretty big name fighter. If I walked into any gym, there's a line of people looking to try and take my head off. And thankfully for when I went over there, James Krause took me in, welcomed me as one of his own, and I just loved it. So I did. I went over and got work done. So I did, and I just fell in love with the process again, and it just felt right. So it did. So I just stayed.
Mm-hmm. Two more quick things for me. Because of Conor coming up with SBG and being synonymous with it and being loyal to the gym, I suppose a lot of people coming up through Irish MMA were very loyal to their gyms, wouldn't go anywhere else. Even though, like, I know you went over to Iceland and you went to all different places training. Is that something you think you need to kind of get past as well? That, you know, stay loyal to the gym, obviously, but also go other places to get that level up?
100%. It's kind of like, at the end of the day, the loyalty that I have towards John Kavanagh and the loyalty that I have, that he has towards me, that's never crossed. Do you know what I mean? But the loyalty that I have towards chasing greatness is number one. Do you know what I mean? And John has taught me that. He's given me that mindset to be able to grow, to be able to thrive, knowing where you need to work, knowing what you need to do for you to progress. You know what I mean? John's one of the best coaches I've ever worked with. John's one of the greatest coaches in the world, and he's able to teach me that. Do you know what I mean? He might be able to teach me some things, but what he was able to teach me was to have the mindset to better yourself always, and I'll be forever grateful towards him for that.
And what did James Krause taught you? Like, looking at your game, I suppose there's an unknown about the striking because we haven't seen you strike in years now because of the pandemic and stuff. All your fights recently have gone to the ground and you've won them easily, and we know your ground game and how excellent it is. What changes have you made to your striking with James Krause and other parts of the game as well?
Yeah, a lot. So I have basic like shot selections, how to wear your opponent down, how to get reads off your opponent, how do you see things before it kind of happens, how to be, put yourself in, how to pressure the right like kind of scenarios to get the shots that you want. And this is going to be special.
Thanks. Last one for me. Who are going to be the people in your corner on Friday?
James Krause, John Kavanagh, and Kiefer Crosby.
Thanks, James.
James, obviously the last time we spoke, I think we came out with the line, you've headlined 3 arena more times than Bono. Yeah, so like we spoke to Patchy earlier and he said that the crowd won't faze him. He said it's he's fought in big arenas, he's fought in Saitama, he's fought in MSG. What makes the Irish crowd different to anywhere else in the world?
It's nothing like them two fucking places he just mentioned anyway, that's for sure. Do you know what I mean? I've fought in the sold out Madison Square Garden arena. I've brought thousands to Madison Square Garden arena. Something he hasn't done. Do you know what I mean? He showed up and was a number on that card. Do you know what I mean? I showed up as the co-main event, and there's a difference. There's a difference in the levels in this, and whether he's affected by the crowd or whether he's not, it's no odds to me. Do you know what I mean? That's his own doing. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's going to be in there with me, no matter what way he's feeling. I'm going to walk straight across the cage, look at him dead in the eye, and plaster his nose across his face.
And just as you say that, will we see a different James Gallagher than we've ever seen before with this move across to James Krause? Will there be a bit more on the feet before you look for that takedown, or what way is the game plan going to
go? No, I won't predict if it's going to be longer on the feet, if it's going to be less on the feet, is because whatever length of time it needs to be, and that's just how it is. You know what I mean? I'm not going to here to rush this performance. This performance will take as long as it needs, and I'll execute it the way it needs to be executed.
And one thing he also brought up was the caliber of opponents he's faced. He says he's faced higher caliber opponents than you have. But is he actually then underestimating you? And is that a mistake that previous opponents have made? And do you think that he might be underestimating you going into this fight?
I think every opponent I've faced has said this. Ask them what's happened. Ask them, is it all talk? Ask them, does it feel how it looks? And then I'll answer that. I can't answer that, but I guarantee you all the rest of the opponents that I've ever fought with, and he'll be saying the same this Saturday.
After the wake-up?
Yeah, after. He'll be saying the same.
James, how much are the government and effort to blame for you even leaving Ireland in the first place, right? Because it seems like that was kind of the reason why you wanted to get out, because there were so many restrictions.
A little bit, you know what I mean, at the start, you know what I mean, but fuck the government, they're a lot of bollocks, so they are. What the fuck, you wouldn't rely on them for anything, do you know what I mean? What, false promises? Do you know what I mean? But sure, it's been going on for the last 50 fucking years or whatever here, do you know what I mean? They've never been able to help us with absolutely anything, so why is people relying on them now? Do you know what I mean? They're relying on them for so long, and then disappointments. This has been going on for years, you know what I mean? Nothing's changed, so no, it's nothing to do with the government. I wouldn't rely on them for anything. I wouldn't rely on them for a bit of fresh air. Because they're trying to take that away of him, is fucking masking us all up. Putting us into this arena, everyone masks and all that. Fuck off, do you know what I mean? Let the crowd in. Let's take the fucking roof off the place. Stop getting in the way of absolutely everything. No one likes them. They're stupid. Do you know what I mean? I'm not the smartest man in the world. Do you know what I mean? I'm not claiming to be. I'm not saying that I know the answers of anything. But I guarantee every fucking person in this room is going to agree with me that it's absolutely stupid. Do you know what I mean? You wear a mask in the place and then take it off to eat. Do you know what I mean? Some places you're exempt in. Do you know what I mean? Oh, we'll give you an exemption. You're giving me an exemption of life or death. Is that what you're doing? If it's so bad, then it should be all locked down. There should be absolutely nothing allowed. But you might give a little bit, we'll try it like this. Try to give us all fucking this dangerous virus that's going to wipe us all out. Does that make, do you know what I mean? What the fuck's going on? Do you know what I mean? And everyone's just going with it. No, but fuck that. You're not catching me. You doing all that bollocks. You don't like it, then good luck.
If I can veer off of the politics, then apologies. In terms of going forward, obviously your career has been severely stinted by this whole time period. You know, I know that the plan was initially you were going to fight Cal in London May last year, then probably come back Dublin October, and then maybe do the States by the end of the year. What's the plan now going forward for you?
Friday night, go in and win. And then I'm also becoming a father this year, so it's been...
Congratulations.
Thanks very much. So it's a big moment, and I'm looking forward to going out here and setting an example on Friday night.
What story are you thinking of?
She's over the moon. She is over the moon, so it is a good time in the household, so it is. And a lot of positivity, a lot of happiness, and I'm thriving, mate. I'm really thriving, and things are changing right exactly how they should be.
Will the family be based in Dublin or in the States?
No, I'm in America now full time. Yeah. I'll not be coming back here. So it is. I'm exactly where I need to be, doing exactly what I need to do to become the greatest ever.
You started your own clothing line as well.
Yeah.
Your first move outside the cage, building the Gallagher empire. 100%. What else is on the agenda for that? Whiskey, tequila?
No, I'm not big alcohol. I'll drink it rather than make it. We'll see what's here. I'm starting investing in property. So it is. So Strabanimal Properties LLC is opened up, and we're getting cracking on that. My mum Podge behind the scenes helped me out with that, and yeah, a lot of big things going on behind the scenes, and yeah, it's exciting.
Patchy was here earlier and he said as well that you have this arrogance to you as well, to people, to the staff in here, and that's certainly not what we come across here. You're always, very helpful to the press, you're always very good with the fans.
Yeah.
Why do you think there's still that perception of you, of that person who thinks he's above other people?
Well, that's the Bellator stuff. I bring them in chocolates every day that I walk in. I thank them for everything they do for me. Without all you guys, without Bellator, without everyone helping me, it just wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? So I'm not too sure where he's getting this from, because I don't think you'll hear that from anyone that has dealt with me around here. All you media guys, I'll spend the next hour here speaking to give you what you need to help grow my name and help grow the sport in a positive manner, and I'm all about the positivity and all that, and I feel that he just has nothing that he can say. He's just trying to dig deep to spread something about me like that. And does any user agree with him? Does any ask the staff that they enjoy their chocolates and whatnot and their sweets, and ask them? But
where's our chocolate?
yeah. Look.
Finally as well, you said Kiefer is going to be in your corner. Unfortunately he's not going to be on the card in this.
Yeah.
What do you think is the next step for Kiefer in his career now?
Kiefer just needs to get back into the gym, get focused on himself, rack up fights and keep going, keep chasing the dream, do you know what I mean? Keep tracing the perfection. And unfortunately perfection you can never get, but you'll get somewhere chasing it.
Appreciate that. Thanks,
Nice one.
James, you mentioned there things have changed in Universal. Congratulations, by the
Thank
way.
you very much.
Are you looking forward to putting this fight beyond you now? Because there's been so much talk about it. It's gone on for a long time. There's been bad blood between you. Are you looking to just get Patchy out of the way and look forward?
No, not at all. I hope it takes 3 hours. I will fucking stand in there for hours with him. I'm in no rush, so I'm not. I will, as long as it takes, as quick as it may be. That's nothing. I'm in my element. I've prepared for this moment, and I'm not fucking rushing it.
You mentioned how much you love the Tree and how much you've been there. Did you get a buzz coming back from the US? Because usually you're in Ireland when you get here, but coming back from the US is even more exciting.
It's phenomenal. I'm just containing myself, staying focused, bring that excitement in there, and put it all on him. Do you know what I mean? He's going to feel it. I've got nothing to lose, mate. I'm doing what I love. Do you know what I mean? Just trying to see what I need to improve to become the greatest ever at this. Do you know what I mean? So it's just all progression. I get the opportunity to see what my skill set's like against these guys. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm focused on.
Quick word on Peter. Obviously you were in the corner last time. You fought
Yeah.
tricky. How excited are you for him?
Fucking buzzing. So do you know what I mean? I get to go in there, solidify myself as the #1 contender to fight for the world title, and watch my teammate win a world title. It's amazing. Do you know what I mean? The positivity, the energy. It's amazing. Do you know what I mean? I'm really, really, really thriving at the minute just to feel all this from my teammates, from all my boys, see everyone again, just be here speaking to all yous, and it's amazing. Do you know what I mean? I'm very, very grateful and very thankful that I have this opportunity to do that.
Sorry, James. Patchy said he had a couple of run-ins with you this week. What have you been saying to him? Have you been trying to get into his head, or what's the way?
No, mate, I don't need to get into his head. He's done that himself. He's already in his own head. I was walking through the lobby the other day and he is all, "Get the fuck out of my face." I was like, "You're over there, mate, I'm not in your face." And he was like, "Let's fucking go, let's go." And I stood back and crossed my arms like, "No, see you Friday night." Like I see her, and he was all, "Why, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I was like, "You'll see him Friday night what I'm fucking gonna do." I smash her head in. And he's like, "You're too small, you're too small." And I was like, "You'll see. You'll see." And he was like, "Then what?" I don't know, man. He just started blabbering on, looking to fight with me in the lobby, and he was, get the fuck out of here." I was like, "No, I'll stand wherever the fuck I want, and you'll not tell me what to do." And that was it. And he wanted to fight with me, and I was like, "You can't even contain your composure, screaming and shouting in the lobby." And I just kept looking at him like, "You're getting in Friday night." So it is, and that's it. And I plaster his nose across his face, cool and calm. Do you know what I mean? It's funny, he starts tweeting about all his emotions. "I'm up at 4 a.m. running off my emotions, doing all this." So then I call him out in it. Do you know what I mean? I was like, "You're emotional 4 weeks out, getting all that energy." I was like, "Well, I'm sorry to tell you, mate, you should be in sleeping, recovering, getting fit, getting healthy. Not up in the middle of the night running off because you've got a bit of anxiety because you're coming to fight." So I called him out on Twitter, and now every post he puts up since is cool, calm and collected. Even though he's prancing, starting fights in that lobby and all this, I'm like, cool, calm and collected, is it, mate? So that's just where he's going, mate. I don't need to get into his head. He's already in his own head, and I'm just here to have fun. Do you know what I mean? Fuck him. Do you know what I mean? It's not about him. It's the Jimmy Show, and even as he said himself, he wants to be a part of the Jimmy Show. Do you know what I mean? And that's what he is. He's a small part of the Jimmy Show.
Thanks, guys.
I give him another 10 minutes. I'm enjoying this.
I was going to speak to you before the Sergio Pettis one Archuleta fight, and obviously Sergio can call him for fights, which he hopes that. I just remember the last thing you said was, "Watch if he wins, he won't mention my name again." And I've been keeping
What happened?
you, and he hasn't. Said
I told you.
If you win, well, when you win this weekend, is that the first name on your lips now when you come out? I think.
Fuck Sergio. I want the belt. I don't want him, or I don't want anyone. Whoever has the belt is who I'm coming for, and he has the belt, and he's going to fight Horiguchi. I think Horiguchi might beat him. Sorry, but I'm coming for the belt. I'm chasing greatness. Even fuck the belt as such. I just want to be known as one of the greatest ever. Do you know what I mean? And I don't need a belt to tell me that, but it's going to be a nice to be just standing here with a belt on my shoulders. You know what I mean? My shoulders are big enough to put them on, so gotta fill them up some way.
James, you're out, pal. Anthony was fighting Tommy Fury. Did you watch the fight?
I watched it, fair play to him. So it is, I watched, that was a quality, so it was fair play to him, do you know what I mean?
Think you represented MMA well?
100%, he, do you know what I mean? As cringe ball that he is, it's entertaining, do you know what I mean? I tuned in to watch it, I don't know about you, but I tuned in to watch it, and I was rooting for him, do you know what I mean? And he did absolutely brilliant. He did brilliant, fair play to him. Well, it was good. Just give me on a box of ears now.
Jim, you spoke before, you mentioned the anxiety there with Patchy before. You spoke before about your kind of anxiety coming into fights before. Is that a thing as well you've kind of worked on, in that you come to this week and it's better, it's still something you struggle with?
No, that was a weird thing for me. It was nothing to do with fighting or anything, do you know what I mean? It was just I think it was just growing up, do you know what I mean? Kind of like maturing up, and things just hit with reality and life, and I don't really feel that. I don't know, everyone faces it, it's just about how you control it, but it's kind of, having anxiety is like a person, and then there's having anxiety about situations, and that there's a big difference, do you know what I mean? And that's what you gotta separate, you know what I mean? Everyone has anxiety walking into a fucking building, that keeps you sharp, do you know what I mean, as such, but it was more different. I was kind of like just in random spots. Do you know what I mean? I could have been sitting eating my dinner and then just getting what the fuck's going on, or there was nothing triggering it, and do you know what I mean? That's where I was. But there's a big difference between having nothing triggering it and getting it, and then having some man that's floating around in your head rent free triggering it. Do you know what I mean? That's not really. That's more. It is anxiety, but it's not really anxiety. It's anticipation and nerves and excitement and all this. That's what he's feeling, that he can't contain. He doesn't know where to put it. Do you know what I mean? And then people kind of call that anxiety or whatever. Yeah, I guess it is, but it's not really it is a mental thing, but it's more about a situation that he can't really overcome. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't wish anxiety on anyone or my worst enemy, but what he's feeling, I wish it well. I hope he's suffering well up there. So I do.
Thanks, Travis.